Everybody, hope you're doing well. So there was a family, it's a black family, they're very professional, and they had moved from a neighborhood. The neighborhood was nice, middle class area, is real nice. And so they had moved, sold the home, um, and the new home, the new home buyer said, "Oh yeah, they said they moved because they were moving they were moving to another area. It was a better school district." And she thought, "I better they moved because of a school district." She said, "Yeah, they moved because they wanted. There was a better. They're moving to an area with a better school district." And she didn't. I could tell she didn't get it, but I got it because that's a family. they're not. They're preparing their children, though they're both professionals. Matter of fact, the husband was a principal. Ooh, you think? The husband was a principal, and I forgot what the wife did. But they're both professional. They had 3 kids, and they moved from that house, and they mentioned to a better school district. And I could tell that went over the home buyer's head because I already knew these people are planners. They're not sitting there for son, you got a job. Now, where's your part for the lot bill? They're not running that kind of game. No, they're setting their children, they are setting their children up to have a future. They are the parents. They are in control. They run the show. So what they were doing, hey, we're going to go ahead and move here. Therefore, the kids can go to school here. Why? They're setting them up on a path of success, at least to be self-sufficient. They're thinkers. They're planners. They're not trying to live off the children. Their IRA is not little Kiki and Devin or Becky and Tom, little Ling Ling and Jesus. That's not the IRA. That's not the Roth. That's not the 401k. It's not the kids. So a lot of people, as I said before, said again, I mentioned for black women, I wish. So many of us could just take maybe even just 60 days off and have your cash, your account stacked up, and maybe and just not just kind of go out into the world. Don't forget there are cultures within cultures. Go out into the world and just see how other people within the culture are operating, other nationalities, because then you can make your own decision. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play this clip because what she says here, this is often what happens when they do that. And this is why some parents want to keep their kids like, no, you just stay here in this realm. No, don't venture out, because you're going to find out that, hey, guess what? There might be a different way and possibly a better way of doing things. Okay. So listen to what she has to say. And this is basically based on her experience with working with people on her job, is what she's
When I talk to people that's not black and what they parents do for them, I feel like a lot of black parents really be setting their kids up for fucking failure and really just be expecting their kids to magically somehow get a well-paying job so that way they don't have to do shit and their kids will just take care of all their bills and take care of them when they get old. I feel like a lot of black people just had kids expecting that, and other races will take care of their kids and make sure they have the resources and the means to when they are out on their own, they're not struggling. But black people
now
would rather watch you struggle.
That part right there, I don't understand it. There somehow it's like there's been some kind of indoctrination that black equals struggle, even within the community. Like I said, the new home buyer didn't get it. I got it. Moving because of a better school district. Why? Because they're investing in their children. And they know if they want those kids to go ahead and have a better life, they've already got a very comfortable life. I'm like, man, they leaving this house. I'll take it. The black parents I told you about, the ones that move, they already have their foundation set. So what are they doing? They're setting their children up on their own foundation. They're putting them in position. I remember one of my homegirls back in the day, and she was about business, made me laugh. And it was like, when it comes to dating, choosing men, what does she say? You got to put yourself in position. Don't pick up no scrub. So this here, what are they setting you up for? A lot of it bothers me. You know, like the one video, but the kid was saying they got him riding his bike to where they've got 4 cars. The sister's car's about down, and the parents, I'm like, 4 cars? There's a mom and dad. Well, give one car to the son, daughter, let them drive it. No, they want you to struggle. They want you to sit there and earn it. And then you wonder why they go no contact. The kids are watching. The world is watching what goes on in the home, how it operates. The kids are watching.
Black people just had kids expecting that, and other races will take care of their kids and make sure they have the resources and the means to, when they are out on their own, they're not struggling.
So why do you think that
black people,
hold on, why do you think that principal, he and his wife moved to a different to a different school district? They were setting the stage, setting the foundation so the kids, they can have the proper tools, better education, better access to education. And it wouldn't surprise me they're successful today, that their future will be successful.
Expecting their kids to magically somehow get a well-paying job so that way they don't have to do shit. And
now, kids get a well-paying job with what? See, what parenting is more than just I raised you and I fed you and clothed you. I mean, you did basic, but what tools? A child is kind of like a computer. You know what I'm saying? What's on that computer can determine a lot. What's the upbringing? Like I said on that show that I really like, and I hated slapped Lena Waithe, awesome job. The Shy, oh my God, on Paramount. The Shy, love it. Paramount, love it. I'm being objective, even though I'm a shareholder, but yeah, The Shy I love. And when the guy that was the councilman, he was like, when the mother passed, on drugs at the end, he was upset. Why? He said, the life I could have had. You're not going to tell me the fact that the father ran off and left him, that the mother was in on the streets and on drugs, got a drug habit, didn't affect his life? Of course it did. Basically, the boys running on their own. Then the oldest one, somebody got to do something. He's out there in the streets slanging. You think? So why is he so cruel and so heartless? What life dealt and his reaction to it? You're not going to tell me that's not a contributing factor. Some people have it all and they do it. On his side, they got one, Brad. He loves to do things, break the law, and sell drugs. Your daddy worth millions of dollars. The son loves to sell drugs. And that's why he went to prison twice. That's what he wanted to do. He likes to be out there slanging with the homies. Considers himself the wigger. Got 2 black baby mamas. That's his choice. That's what he wants to do. But some people, how did it happen? Let's go back to the foundation. And so what she's talking about is so very true. The foundation is not set up on love. It's set up on struggle. I struggled and they want the kids to struggle too.
Just take care of all their bills and take care of them when they get old. I feel like a lot of black people just had kids expecting that, and other races will take care of their kids and make sure they have the resources and the means to, when they are out on their own, they're not struggling. But black people would rather watch you struggle and figure it the fuck out.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
I don't get that.
Because I'm sorry to tell you, the love isn't there. It's not there. It's not. The self-love isn't there. If it is, you do better. Notice some people, man, they'll take their car, you won't even care. It could be a speck of dust on it. Their car stays clean. Why? That's the biggest investment. They're in love with that car. In love with that car. Take care of it. Preventive maintenance. So when you see this, not saying they don't have some form of love for the child, because I would hope you would, but the love is not there. The love is not even there for self, because then they wouldn't have this nonsense going on. This is your child, your DNA. The love isn't there. People doing what they want to do. And the older people, you can forget trying to tell them anything. But yeah, then they expect you to go out there and go get a good pay. With what? What tools have you given me to put me in a position that I can not just qualify, but even get a good paying job? What tools have you given your child? I guess you can't give what you don't have. And then they get out into the world and start to realize they're doing this for you. Oh, you're getting that. I've seen, and it's not uncommon for young black people to be on their own adults, young adults in your 20s. So you have your apartment. Why the heck now you got to pay on your parents' apartment too, or on their what's going on? Don't seem to get, and your child is a reflection of you. If you sit up here want somebody to be your retirement, you need to make that investment. But don't sit up here and you're not. It's like going to a bank. You don't have any kind of bank deposit. You sitting up here. I want to go to the Bank of Kokomo and I want to get $1 million. Well, do you have an account with the Bank of Kokomo? You know darn well you don't. You know you probably like me, ain't you might be broke. You know darn well you don't have $1 million. But you're gonna sit up here and go to the Bank of Kokomo and I want $1 million out of the Bank of Kokomo. With what account? What did you put in the Bank of Kokomo? You put in, and that's what you're gonna get. You can't sit up here because you had children and you did basic. You clothed and fed them. Ew, you did basic. You didn't do anything spectacular. The state would have did that. But now you want to return on the investment. What's the return you're expecting? What did you put into your child? What kind of knowledge, what kind of tools, what kind of opportunities could you give? Well, I tried. Well, sometimes trying don't work. I tried to win a lottery, bought a ticket, didn't win. Sometimes trying don't work. I tried. Did you? Really? Okay. And then you wonder why the kids, when they get older and they realize life is a lot different than what they were taught. And then the worst thing you can do with some of these parents is try to have a conversation. You know what I mean? It might set things off. They might get real defensive. But yeah, some parents don't even know it. And see, it's generational. That's why we have to have the hard conversations to break the generational trauma. Have to realize, hey, guess what? Got to start planning things more, and especially in this economy. And trying to go back and have a conversation. I've seen personally a parent and child fall out because of that, which I knew was going to happen. I'm just watching. You don't come ask me no questions. Get real defensive. There you go. It's like my homegirl. I couldn't believe she was asking the mother about the house. If something happens, her mother, two daughters, she refused to do a will. And she was like, well, it's going to go to the state. We got to go to probate. They didn't have money for probate. Got buried down in student loans. The mother would let the house go to the state, let them go through all of that. Why you can just do a will. I know then. I didn't verbalize it. She doesn't love her daughters. She let that man go upside her head. So if something happened to her and he's sickly, if something happens to her, two daughters so jealous of her own daughters and so hateful, all you have to do is put together a will, shoots just some papers and sign. That's all you have to do. She refused to do that. When they said, well, then the state's going to go ahead and get the house. And, oh, well. Is that a loving mother? You mean to tell me all you gotta do is just sign this will, and if something happens, the house goes to the mother, to the two daughters. She refused to do that. You rather let the state take the house. Let them do interstate, and they gotta go through all this, file probate and all the bills. You rather do that for them to spend money that they don't even have in your old age. It spoke volumes. So then, this right here, she's sitting up here, she's meeting other people. The parents are helping them out. And then you start to wonder, so what's going on over here? See, they have a leg up. And this is another reason why Black wealth will be zero. We're not putting ourselves in position. We're not preparing for it. Another reason. starts in the home. A major contributing factors, aside from the outside factors of racism, discrimination, lack of resources, lack of access to resources. Oh my gosh. So when you add all the outside influences that are contributing factors, and then on the inside, you add a bunch of friction and the lack of knowledge and the refusal of knowledge, it can explain a lot of things. So yeah. Are some white parents setting their kids up for failure? Yes. Some black, yes. And it bothers me at all nationalities, but it bothers me too when I've even seen black people with wealth. I've seen some sit up here. It blows my mind. Is the jealousy that deep? You want to be the number one stunner? Some with wealth, they'll be around other folks and they'll see their kids, see those people investing in their kids, getting them set up in companies or in their company, and then it's like, how can you have a black parent? You're around all these people. You want to pretend like you're doing the best you can, but then you're telling yours, you got to start your own. This is my company, you got to start your own. Speaks volumes. Why? I think inside the reason some parents are setting their kids up for failure, I think because deep down the parents are really competing with their kids. They don't want you to be over me. You're not gonna be rich off of me. Listen, I gotta go. Let me know what you all think. It's not funny, it's sad, but it's a conversation that needs to be had. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.